Close your eyes, breathe in and out. Imagine our solar system, a familiar, perfect clockwork of planets circling a silent, burning star. You see Mercury, Venus, our Earth, Mars, and then a gap. A long, silent pause in the music of the spheres before we reach the mighty Jupiter. Tonight we journey into that silence, into that gap. We will fill it with the ghost of a world that may have been, a planet named Phaeton. You don't need to solve its mystery. You only need to listen as the story unfolds and let its cosmic echo carry you gently into sleep. For centuries, humanity looked to the heavens and saw order, a divine harmony. In the 18th century, astronomers discovered what seemed to be a hidden rule, a secret mathematical rhythm to the distances of the planets from the Sun. It was called the Titius-Bode law. It predicted the orbits of the known planets with stunning accuracy, and even predicted the orbit of Uranus before it was found. But this celestial melody had a missing note, a silent chord right between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. The law insisted a planet should be there, and so the search began for this lost, hidden world. Smooth, ambient music begins and fades into the background. Close your eyes, if you feel comfortable. Let the sounds of your world, the hum of the room, the distant traffic, simply fade away. Let them become distant stars in your own private sky. And let the gentle darkness behind your eyelids become a canvas, a vast velvet black, endless and deep. We are drifting now, together, weightless and calm, in the quiet, cool sea of space. Breathe in and feel the stillness. Breathe out and release the day. You are safe here. You are floating in the great, silent theater of the cosmos, the great cosmic breath. And as you settle here, in this perfect peace, you can begin to feel it, a slow, steady pulse all around you. Not a sound, but a presence, a rhythm that has beaten for billions of years, a great cosmic breath, in and out, the slow, graceful turning of galaxies, the patient journey of light. And here, in our small corner of the universe, that breath has a heart, a warm golden center. The golden heart at the very center of our stillness is a heart of liquid fire. Imagine it now, not as a raging violent star, but as a steady, golden furnace, a constant, reliable warmth, a beacon in the infinite dark. Its light pours through the void, not as a harsh glare, but as a soft, honeyed glow, touching everything with its gentle energy. This is our sun, the anchor of our story, the silent conductor of a grand celestial ballet. Feel its ancient gravity, a gentle, invisible hand, holding everything in a perfect, loving embrace. And drawn to this warmth, held in this perfect embrace, are the dancers, each one tracing a perfect, invisible line, an ancient pathway through the night, a celestial family, moving in flawless harmony, a dance of fire and stone. Let us draw closer to the inner circle of this cosmic dance. Here the dancers are small and swift, forged of rock and metal. Closest to the golden stage dances Mercury, a tiny, swift sphere, a shimmering pearl, scorched by the unending light. Its steps are quick, a blur of silver and grey, a secret kept between the searing fire and the deep, cold shadow, a silent, rapid pirouette, forever turning to the sun's music. Further out we find Venus, the veiled dancer. She moves with a slow, deliberate grace, wrapped in a thick, heavy gown of swirling, pearlescent clouds. Her face is hidden. Her secrets are her own. A world of immense pressure and silent, unimaginable heat. She turns slowly, thoughtfully, a mystery in plain sight. And then there is a jewel, a perfect, living jewel, Our home. Your home. From this distance it is a swirl of impossible blue, a whisper of soft, living white. It breathes. A visible rhythm of oceans and clouds, of seasons and tides. The only dancer in this silent ballroom that hums with the unmistakable music of life. It is a gentle waltz, a dance of water and air, a precious, fragile miracle. Beyond our blue marble waits Mars, the red wanderer, a silent sentinel painted in hues of rust and twilight. Its surface is a memory of water, a vast, quiet tapestry of dust and canyons. It dances alone, dreaming of ancient rivers in the cold, thin air. Its motion is steady, predictable, a lonely but graceful arc through the darkness. The clockwork of heaven, this is the inner family of our sun. 4 worlds, 4 perfect orbits, 4 dancers in a slow, timeless performance. Everything is in its place. Everything has a purpose, a celestial machine of impossible precision. Imagine this perfect order, this cosmic clockwork. Each turn, each spin is known, is expected. For billions of years, this perfect 4-step waltz has continued, a testament to balance, to harmony, and to peace. There is no empty space in the choreography. No missing partner on the dance floor. There is only the gentle, predictable hum of the solar system. Perfect, complete, or so it seems. From here, in the quiet, peaceful dark. And so, we drift back in time. Imagine yourself not here, in your comfortable bed, but in a quiet room, centuries ago. The only light is a flicker of oil lamp and the vast silver light of the stars pouring through a window. You are an astronomer, a keeper of secrets of the night. You have spent your life looking up, mapping the slow, graceful dance of the planets. Mercury, a swift ember near the sun. Venus, a brilliant pearl in the twilight. Our own Earth, a blue-green haven. Mars, the quiet, red traveler. Then the giant, Jupiter, and the ringed jewel, Saturn. These are your celestial family. You know their paths by heart. You have traced their orbits on parchment until your fingers are stained with ink and starlight. And as you watch, night after night, year after year, a strange feeling begins to dawn, a feeling that this is not a random scattering of worlds. There is a pattern here, a design, a logic hidden in the velvet dark. A celestial song. It begins as a quiet hum in the back of your mind, a subtle rhythm. You notice the spacing of the planets. It feels intentional. It's not just a collection of orbits, it's a composition, a piece of silent music played out across billions of miles. Imagine the sun as the resonant central bell. Mercury is the first note, struck very close to that central tone. Venus is the next note, a little farther out. Earth is the third, farther still. You begin to realize that the distance between each note is not random. It expands. It grows in a predictable, beautiful way. Each planet holds its place in a grand cosmic score. The space between Venus and Earth is about double the space between Mercury and Venus, and the space between Earth and Mars follows that same swelling harmony. It's a revelation, a secret whispered from the universe to you. The solar system is not just a mechanism, it is a melody. A sublime architecture of space and gravity. You feel a shiver of profound connection, a sense that you have just glimpsed the mind of the Creator, that you have just learned to read a single line of cosmic poetry. The joy of this discovery is immense. It is the feeling of finding a key to a lock you never knew existed. The universe, you realize, has a beautiful, hidden logic, a song that has been playing for eons, and you are just now beginning to hear it. The missing note. With this new understanding, you look at your celestial map with fresh eyes. You trace the melody, note by note. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, the rhythm is perfect, the harmony flows. Then you look to the next note. The giant, Jupiter. And suddenly, the music stops. The rhythm breaks. The space between Mars and Jupiter is wrong. It is far too wide. It is a vast, silent gap in the cosmic orchestra. The beautiful, predictable pattern that held true for all the inner worlds is suddenly shattered. It's not just an empty space. It feels like a missing space. The song has a pause where a powerful note should be. The celestial architecture has a void where a great pillar should stand. The pattern, the beautiful, undeniable pattern, predicts a planet in that gap. It demands it. The harmony is incomplete without it. You stare at that empty stretch of space between the red dust of Mars and the swirling storms of Jupiter, and you are filled with a new kind of wonder, a deep and haunting question. It is no longer enough to map what is there. Now you must begin the search for what is not, for the lost world, the silent note, the ghost in our solar system's grand design. Close your eyes and listen. Listen not with your ears, but with your mind. Can you hear it? The grand, slow music of our solar system. We have already heard the opening notes. Mercury, a quick silver trill, closest to the fire. Venus, a steady, luminous hum, veiled in cloud. Earth, our home, a complex chord of life and water. And Mars, a fading, resonant echo, the last of the inner, rocky worlds. Each planet a note, each orbit a measure, a beautiful, predictable, celestial song. The music swells, moving outward from the sun, following a clear and graceful pattern. There is a rhythm here, a mathematical poetry. And so we drift past the red dust of Mars, and we listen for the next note, the fifth note, the one that should come next in the sequence. We expect a crescendo, a deep, powerful tone to bridge the gap between the small inner worlds and the giants that lay beyond. But we hear nothing. Instead of a planet, there is a pause, a long, deep, unsettling silence. A silence in the score. Imagine you are reading a beautiful poem. Each line flows into the next, the rhyme and meter perfect, lulling you into a state of peace. And then, suddenly, there is a missing verse, a blank space on the page where a stanza should be. The rhythm is broken. The story is incomplete. That is what we feel now, floating in this expanse. To our back, the familiar warmth of the inner planets. Ahead, in the far, cold distance, we can just begin to feel the immense gravitational pull of Jupiter. The king, the true giant. Its low hum is a promise on the edge of hearing. But here, between the echo of Mars and the pull of Jupiter, is an impossible emptiness, a chasm of quiet, a void stretching for hundreds of millions of miles. It is too wide, too empty. The celestial architects, it seems, made a mistake. Or perhaps the verse was not left unwritten. Perhaps it was erased. The ghost of a world. This is not just a feeling. It is a question etched into the very fabric of our solar system. Early astronomers, listening to this same cosmic song, felt it too. They saw the elegant spacing of the known planets, and they calculated where the next world ought to be. The pattern demanded it. The harmony required it. There was a mathematical certainty, a celestial promise, that a fifth planet should be orbiting right here, in this very space where we now drift. It was not a wild guess. It was the logical continuation of a melody that had been playing for billions of years. Every instinct, every calculation pointed to a world that should exist in this cold, dark space. A missing note, a silent string on a cosmic harp. The great, silent question hangs in the starlight around us. Where is it? Where is the planet that was promised? What could be powerful enough to silence a world, to tear a note from the music of the spheres? We are floating now, through the heart of a mystery, an echo chamber where a planet used to sing. Stay with this feeling, this gentle curiosity. Let the silence itself become a guide as we begin our search for the lost planet, Phaeton. Ошибка. 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 And so, the story of Phaeton remains a whisper in the cosmos. Was it a vibrant world, shattered in a brilliant, violent cataclysm? Was it a victim, slowly torn apart by the relentless gravity of its giant neighbor Jupiter? Or was it never a world at all, but merely a dream of a planet, a collection of stardust that was denied the chance to be born? The science may lean towards one answer, but the poetry of the universe allows for all possibilities. The asteroid belt, a silent testament to this cosmic question, continues its endless quiet dance. As you drift now into the deepest parts of your sleep, carry this beautiful mystery with you. Let the ghost of Phaeton be a reminder of the grand, unfinished stories of the stars. Thank you for joining this journey. Subscribe for more voyages into the calm of the cosmos. Until next time, sleep well.